Hi, Elaine Williams here. And I just keep thinking of speaking tips I just want to tell you. So, I just got back from Ohio last week. I was there and I was speaking for the athletes, and it was a tough crowd. And a lot of them have hats, and a lot of them will slouch down in their chairs. But I didn't give up, and I just kept, reaching out to them. And one of the fun things I love about being a comic and a speaker is you're not afraid to engage. So I jumped off the stage and I ran around because I had a wireless mic. And in my mind, there's always like three things going on. Like I'm trying to connect. Usually I'm pretty prepared, so I'm not thinking about what's next. I know what's next. But, I'm noticing who's watching, who's laughing, who's not, who's engaged. And I usually notice the people who don't seem to be engaged. And I have trained myself to just let them be. In fact, sometimes if I feel like they're not digging me, sometimes I'll go towards them more and give them extra love. And anyway, long story short, there was this one really tall basketball dude, and he was just like ultra cool with the cap pulled down. And, I wasn't sure what his experience was. And then afterwards he hung out and wanted my autograph, and we talked. And the woman who had booked me was like, "Oh my God, that was amazing. They never even look up, and you had them looking up at you, and then they were laughing and they were engaged almost the whole time." And in my mind I was like, "Oh, this is kind of a tough crowd," but I'm always thinking, what worked, what I can do better, and processing the whole thing. Well, the next night, some of those same basketball guys came to my other talk. And I just want to highlight that because my point is you never know. Some people, when they're listening, they're like listening, like frowning. I know for me, sometimes if something is really intense or intellectual, sometimes I'll even like close my eyes to kind of process and really let something seep in. Everybody listens differently. Some people are going, "Ha," and they're smiling back at you. But a lot of people are like, I had another time I was at a comedy show and the whole place was laughing except this one little old lady. And I kept looking at her, which is so typical of a comic, right? Like the whole room is laughing and the one person who's not, I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" So afterwards I go up to her, or I was like hugging people goodbye or something. And I said, "Did you enjoy the show?" And she goes, "Oh, I loved you. I just don't laugh." And I was like, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, I never laugh, but you were hilarious. I really loved your stuff. I just don't laugh." And I thought, oh my gosh, how funny. Like, here I am, like, killing myself, like, in my head, like, oh God, I wish I could make her laugh. And so I just wanted to share that with you. If you are a new speaker or an old speaker coming back, or someone who wants to speak or try comedy or performing or make videos, whatever, you never know. When people are listening, you never know. So your job is to try to connect and be as entertaining and vital. Of course, you want to have good value, but you just have to give people the space to be where they are. And of course, you hope that you can help make them laugh, but you never know what's going on with somebody. So don't let that disempower you. If someone is frowning or listening intently, it may have nothing to do with you. In fact, it usually doesn't. So that's all for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you on stage soon. Bye for now.